All right, let's take a look at what's happening with other markets now. We see Bitcoin there did have a rough weekend. This weekend, we see Bitcoin is trying to recover above the 27,000 resistance zone. Bitcoin must clear that 27,800 level resistance to start a decent increase. Look at the fear greed index. There's neutral right now. 50 points is what we're seeing. I'm talking about the fear greed index in the crypto market, showing that investors are less greedy than they were a few weeks ago. So now we're seeing neutral. Who knows? Maybe fear might be next. Let's look at the top cryptocurrencies we track. We see Bitcoin there up 2.32%, $27,482 there. We see Ethereum, that's up 1.41%. Not looking bad, $1,832 right now. BNB, $315, up 0.88%. It's been a lot of pressure on Binance, the native coin for the Binance exchange there. It's been having quite a tough time. We're seeing a lot of pressure on the price. Looking at the top gainers now, we're seeing double-digit gains, about two cryptocurrencies there. CFX, 28 cents, up 12.58%. That was a Chinese token, starting some kind of bullish run this time at 28 cents. Sui, that one, the recent one that got launched and shared as an airdrop to some investors there, $1.22, 10.24% up. That's what we're seeing for Sui. Litecoin, that's $87.04. That's one of the legacy coins there. It's not doing so bad this morning, 6.85%. And we see Ton, that's the Telegram one there, Ton coin, almost $2, up 6.54%. So we see the market trying to have some kind of recovery after a rough week last week, but let's see if this recovery is going to actually last. Let's bring in Rume Ofi now, financial market analyst. Hello, Rume. Great to have you.
Good morning, Adi. Good morning.
Yeah, top of the morning, Rume. So what economic data, market-moving economic data are we expecting that's going to drive sentiment in the crypto market this week?
Ladi, the truth is a lot of things are happening in the space. Last week was so terrible. At some point, a lot of persons were even looking at the market going to about 25K, 24K, being tough. Banks collapse here and there. But this week looks really favorable in some sorts. We see Bitcoin now at 27,400, thereabout, and Ethereum actually moving really well. I'm actually considering a couple of things, considering the fact that regulation issues are still there. Binance is about leaving Canada. A whole lot of exchange platforms are leaving the US to Bermuda because of regulatory concerns, because the regulators are actually not regulating per se, but strangulating, if you ask me. But at this point in time, the economy, the global economy is actually right now looking towards the US, and the US debt limit is actually being discussed. Last week, the meeting couldn't hold because it was postponed to this week, and a default in the debt ceiling in the US is going to become very catastrophic for the entire global economy. Also the fact that the recession discussion is not really out of the way. Actually quoting Jen Yellen, that it is going to be really, really catastrophic. And like I always say right here on this platform, the crypto economy, the Bitcoin economy is not in isolation. So anything really coming up now is not going to really tell well. That is why I always speak up to say that people should be really careful. Peradventure, we can see the bulls, which is most likely institutional investors pushing Bitcoin to as high as 28, 30K, even 31K, as the case may be. But the truth is, the global economy is not looking really good right now, and a risky asset is at risk of seeing some very huge downside, because people are going to prioritize the very basic things of life, food, shelter, and a couple of other things, rather than getting into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies.
And rather than looking for any bullish sentiment in the market, you want to eat first, I guess. All right, Rumi, let's look at this whole regulation issue now. We're seeing, most of these crypto companies and exchanges, leaving the U.S. We've already seen one left Canada recently. Do you think the crypto industry can survive regulation in 2023?
Ladi, I think the crypto industry will survive. This is the reason why I think so. A lot of persons actually came into this space with the idea that this cannot be regulated. This shouldn't be regulated. In fact, even back home here, a couple of OGs, so to say, believe that there's no point regulating Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrency. But the truth is that there should be some kind of regulation that will manage all of these. Considering the fact that there could be money laundering, terrorism financing, and a couple of other things, child trafficking, all of those things being crypto being used to finance a couple of those things. So if there are no regulations, these things could really fly. Then also irregularities in the space. You must have seen what have happened in the past with Duquan moving money. Resulting to about $40 billion collapse of the platform, Terra Labs, UST, and a couple of other things. So if there's some kind of regulation that guides all of this, you see the case of FTX, it's very clear that this space is so nascent, and if there's no kind of guidance, it could go so bad.
Right.
Coming back home in Nigeria, we've seen and heard about a couple of projects in the past that just float and rock pull people. When I mean rock pull, these projects are designed to fail, right? So they encourage people to get involved in it, more like Ponzi scheme design, and people feel that they could make a whole lot of money from all of these, and at the end of the day, this platform goes away and they lose their money. And but this is also why we need regulation here, and some of those people involved in such deals to be called to attest for that, even here in Nigeria.
Right, so much to do at this time. You need to research before you invest in any asset class. But thank you so much, Rumi Ofi, financial market analyst. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vlad. It's my pleasure.